You think you know what time is because you look at a clock, or because your body feels older than it did yesterday. But that isn't time. That's sensation. That's biology running a trick on you. Most people carry a beautiful image in their heads, time as a river, flowing from the past through the present and into the future, dragging you along with it. It feels right. It feels poetic. But it's wrong. If time is a river, how fast does it flow? 1 second per second? That statement is meaningless. It's like saying a table is 1 table long. It tells you nothing about reality. The truth is stranger, colder, and far less romantic. Time doesn't flow. Time doesn't push you forward. And if you think you understand time just because you can count seconds, you're about to be very uncomfortable. Let's start where the confusion begins, inside your head. You trust your internal clock. You shouldn't. It isn't a clock at all. It's a chaotic translation machine. Try this simple experiment. Count to 60 in your head. Some of you hear a voice. You're literally speaking to yourself. 1, 2, 3. Interrupt that voice. Ask yourself to talk, and the machine collapses. The jam collapses. But others don't hear a voice at all. They see images, maybe a tape measure, numbers clicking past like a ticker. Click, click, click. And here's the strange part. If you use the visual system, you can keep counting while doing something else. Reading, sorting socks, scanning patterns. The count keeps running. The voice counter can't do that. This tells us something fundamental. What you experience as time passing isn't time. It's a mental pattern, one that varies wildly from person to person. It is not universal. It is not objective. It is a biological hallucination. So when physics talks about time, we have to throw your feelings out the window. Physics doesn't ask, what does time feel like? Physics asks, how do we measure it? And the answer is brutally simple. Time is a way of ordering events. That's it. Imagine a deck of cards laid out on a table. The jack comes before the queen. The king comes after. Nothing is moving. The table isn't flowing. Time is the table. Events are the cards. When we say time passes, we're just reading the cards from left to right. Now here's the biggest mistake people make. You imagine time as a container, a giant empty box where the universe sits while a cosmic clock ticks in the background, even if nothing exists. Tick, tick, tick. That idea is dead. Time is not a background stage. Time is a measure of change. If nothing changes, no atoms vibrate, no light moves, no energy shifts, time has no meaning. You cannot define a second without a physical process, a pendulum, a quartz crystal, a cesium atom oscillating. Time is not separate from the universe. Time is a property of the universe. And this is where intuition fights back. You say, but time makes things happen. Time makes me age. Time spoils milk. No, that's a linguistic trap. Time doesn't do anything. Bacteria spoil the milk. Chemical reactions age your body. Entropy drives change. Time is just the bookkeeping system. Saying time did it is like saying inches built a house. Inches didn't build anything. Carpenters did. Time is the ruler, not the worker. Now here's where things get truly unsettling. If time is a ruler, what happens if the ruler bends? This isn't science fiction. It's measured fact. We once believed a second was the same everywhere. Earth, Mars, anywhere in the universe. Tick-tock in perfect unison. Completely false. The rate at which time passes depends on where you are and how fast you're moving. This isn't a clock malfunction. It's reality. Imagine driving across a flat map. If you go straight north, all your motion goes north. But if you turn northeast, your speed is split between directions. Now replace north with time and east with space. You are always moving through spacetime at a fixed speed. If you're standing still, All of that motion goes into time. You age as fast as possible. The moment you move through space, some motion is diverted. Your motion through time slows. Run, fly, orbit Earth. Your clock ticks slower. If you could move at the speed of light, all your motion would be spent on space, none left for time. For a photon, time does not pass. It is created and absorbed in the same instant of its own existence. You don't feel this when running for the bus because you are slow, painfully slow, a biological snail. But satellites feel it, and we must correct for it or GPS would fail. Now consider something even stranger. You feel time has a direction, past behind you, future ahead. You remember breakfast, you don't remember dinner. Why? Because of entropy. Physics works forward and backward. Film a planet orbiting a star and reverse the video, it still obeys the laws of gravity. But film an egg shattering and reverse it. Everyone knows it's fake, because there are countless ways for an egg to be broken and almost none for it to be whole. The universe naturally moves from order to disorder, from few possibilities to many. This increase in disorder is what you feel as the arrow of time. You are not sensing time itself, you are sensing the growth of mess. If the universe reached perfect equilibrium, maximum entropy, there would be no past or future, no memory, no arrow. Now let's destroy one more comforting illusion. Now. You think there is a universal present moment sweeping across the cosmos. There isn't. If you move relative to someone else, your now slices through the universe at a different angle. Events you call simultaneous may be past or future for them. There is no master clock, no universal present. The universe is a four-dimensional block of events. Past, present, future. All exist. Like a film reel, every frame is already there. The only thing moving is the projector. Your consciousness is the light. This doesn't mean your choices are meaningless. It means you are the process. You are not writing time. You are part of the mechanism that creates change. And here's the final twist. When we talk about time, we think we understand each other, but we don't. We translate everything into private mental images, voices, clocks, tapes, flows. Common sense isn't truth. It's just the prejudices your brain learned early. Physics asks you to delete that operating system. That's why it hurts. But when you let go, when you stop imagining rivers and start seeing geometry, the universe stops being mysterious and starts being readable. Time doesn't flow. Time bends. Time stretches. Time sometimes stops. And the fact that creatures made of atoms, fear, and imagination can understand this at all, that is the real miracle. Time is not what you think it is, and realizing that is the beginning of understanding everything else.